Hi folks, hope you're well. Yes, it's late. Okay. In the last, in previous videos I've probably given the impression that, whether I had a choice, yes, or not, to marry someone. If God said I had to, then I have to say yes. Well, no. The problem with all that is no. The reason why I know is because actually yes is right and no is also right. Both are right. You do have a choice and you don't have a choice. Both are right. The reason why both are right is because yes, of course you have a choice. There is such a thing as free will, so you have a choice. However, when you understand that you cannot see the big picture that God can, if God says to you this is the right move, even if it seems the absolute wrong move, you know that you have no choice but to say yes to that, because you understand and you're trusting in God that what God can see is far better view than what you can see, and therefore, yeah. So now I'm in a position where if God says yes, that's what you should do, then okay, I have to say yes. Now that's not necessarily me saying that I have no free will, because my free will is to say yes. My free will is, I've already been in that place where I've had to decide that if God tells me to do something, I understand that He can see the bigger picture, and even if what He's telling me to do seems to be a bit insane, I have to understand it from the point of view that I can't see what He can see. And okay, if He wants me to marry someone who has said that she wants someone to be banned from church, so therefore has done the worst thing possible, well, the reality is that when it comes down to it, yeah, if that is His will, then that is His will. Of course. I think you can hear Bambi washing. Anyway, so that's the point. And that's really what I wanted to say in this one, because it is very much a case that a lot of people say, that they didn't have a choice over this, that and the other, and they don't really want to decide over this, that and the other. The reality is, you really have. You did have a choice, and you made that decision. The reality is, we make decisions all the time. Even though sometimes we say we don't want to make a decision on a certain thing, you already have. You've already made it. Now, you may change it, because if you've said you don't want to make a decision, what you're saying is you don't want to say yes at the moment. But you made a decision that you don't want to say yes at the moment. You're trying to keep your cards close to your chest or whatever, or you're trying to wager the situation and say, well, maybe it's a yes, maybe it's a no. But you've already decided that is your decision. But you have made a decision, but you think to yourself, no, I can't decide it. Well, actually you have. We make decisions all the time. All the time. And the thing of it is, we make terrible decisions sometimes. We make great decisions sometimes. Most of the times we just make decisions that are very generic and don't matter. You're making decisions about what time you get up, what you're going for breakfast, etc., etc., etc. But during the day, you make decisions, hundreds and thousands of decisions every day. But that's what I say. If God says that there's something that needs to be done, then then you understand that, okay, that has to take priority over every other decision that I make, because I'm making tiny decisions, really. And I'm perfectly happy for God to make the big ones. as I say, even though that may be crazy, that may seem not the thing, well, because as I've said before, when God wanted me to stand, my understanding was I was standing for that marriage. I wasn't standing for a relationship with God, I was standing for a marriage. And in the last weeks, I knew that this was not something I wanted. I knew that I didn't like this individual, as what I could see of her at that point in time, I didn't like. Now again, what I could see of her wasn't really her, it was only, yeah. I mean, I understood at that point in time, maybe that's exactly what God wants me to see right now. Because that's the point. If you're walking in faith and if you're standing on a promise of God, then, if God is trying to teach you to stand, then you're going to see things in that person that are going to make you think, oh, no. Well, as I say, I mean, one thing I did early on in September of 2021, when I got her name, I checked her out on the internet. I went on Google to see if I could find her. I found reports of her doing a sponsored walk many, many years ago, and her name was exactly the same as her name is now. So therefore, I naturally thought she can't be married then. Because if she's married, she understands that when two people come together, they become one flesh. If they become one flesh, then they would have one surname, not two. I didn't consider for a second that this woman that stood before me would be a incredibly left-wing feminist who would believe that women shouldn't take the names of their husbands. And when I found out that that had been the case, now again, whether that was a husband's decision or hers, I don't know. That's between them. It really is. But when I saw that, I thought, I don't like that. I just don't like that. I don't like the idea that, that I'm going to be married to someone who's an extreme left-wing feminist who doesn't believe that it's right for women to take the surname of the husband. There's red flags. And yes, I could see red flags, but I understood that if God is saying yes to that, if God is saying that he's going to do that, then I have to trust in him and trust what he can see and not what I can. And that is going to be more the case as I move forward, not less. So therefore, I am not concerned in any way, shape or form about that. Anyway. Well, because the reality is, it's all very well to say if God wants something to happen, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Not necessarily. No. If you're wise, then it will happen. So, there you go. Be wise. Make wise decisions as you move forward. Enjoy. Be a blessing and be blessed. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.